June 25th, Friday, and things been good, looking nice and smooth. Things been delayed, delayed reporting. It doesn't mean that nothing's going on. Things is going on. It's just that it's been delayed, and delayed might look like nothing's going on, but there's a lot going on. That's the sad part, is where things still keep spilling in all around, and that's the part where hopefully we can create some sort of jobs that can actually help out to, have people to have more chances in life rather than to get stuck on routine, especially when there's no some sort of like upward uptick somewhere. So an uptick plan, you gotta have an uptick plan. Without an uptick plan, businesses is just gonna look the same for the last 30-40 years. As many businesses has been steady, but as we know, inflation goes up, taxes goes up, and everything else goes up. It starts to become a bit expensive, but only for the renters, not for the homeowners, especially for the ones they just completed the home mortgage, and it's chilling. It's a lot easier for them, which is cool. It's normal. It's totally normal, which everyone should be there, but at least everyone should not be there. It's not like, oh, they must be there. No, but at least somebody should have like a plan, some sort of a plan. If not, lack of data, lack of education, lack of everything, where, like, for example, when they said that people had a chance to revoke their signature for voting against Newsom, I guarantee that revoke your signature wasn't advertised as much as come put your signature, which was mostly from business owners. The business owners would convince their employees and so on. It's very funny. It is what it is. So it's all about it's all about how the information's being given. And when a person doesn't have that information, that's where people start to steal some parts from a car for some scraps of metal. I didn't even know why until the sergeant or somebody on TV the other day said, like, yeah, they sell it for $25,000 for something. I was like, whoa, that's very crazy. But I think that guy can make that himself at work. Why would he risk his life for 100 years, whatever, 30 years, 20 years on the record to just $25,000? Why a person can make that money is because that person doesn't think he can make that $25,000. He can make that $25,000. No one makes $25,000 in one shot, except technology things. Except if there's a former mayor that comes in and tries to destroy your idea, which definitely gonna have a few lawyers look into that. It's very sad. Never seen a mayor hate on a game on a small business owner. So long story short, I'm just gonna talk about what's been happening. Okay, here we go. All right, that's for Tus-News coming up. There's a lot according to the records that we've been looking at, basically there's some agencies that collect data that helps map out crime and things like that, which is pretty awesome and cool, except it's not being used as much as it should be being used in 2021. For example, there's petty crime that happens, or when a bike's being stolen, like the one the other day. No one did anything. I was tripping out myself, where like even the smallest amount of dollar we are putting in taxes, I mean, we should stop. There's no such thing as what's small and big. Nobody has that right to weigh how big or small that type of situation would be until it gets to the court, where a real judge will judge if it's a small or not small, and therefore it should still be followed up, because that's what stops him. Like, they want to protect the citizens being theft too, which is the victim, which is cool, it makes sense. But also we should protect the person that has the right to rehabilitate themselves, and they for sure have that right, from stealing a few $100, especially a job and some sort of a path and some information and some education that would get them out of that theft. That theft that happened around May 6th, so it happened around 9 p.m. That's been happening. I can't believe it. So that's definitely in the city of Tustin reported. That's right off city of Shittle Drive. Wow. Not on that. Like today, there was some theft in Hollywood. I can't believe it. Just why? It doesn't make any sense. Where that same person could made the right deals and the right moves in LA, and they can make the same amount of money easily, but instead they decide to do criminal thing, especially to put themselves their life at risk. Jeez, it's so sad. Oh my god. So, what else has been happening? Another theft that happened on Ambrose. Burglar in a vehicle under $500. That also happened. Continue looking straight. Another theft in a vehicle. Oh my god. Shoplifting in a store off Tustin. Another crime that happened on First Street. Whoa. Another theft right there on Tustin Drive, Prospect. But these streets, it does happen around almost all times, man. It's crazy. It gets reported at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 4 a.m., 4 p.m., and the list just goes on and on and on. And so, even though there's many people being hired, finishing, sure, without a bachelor, it's not required. It's not required, but to uplift the city, I think when there's more education, it would actually give, especially children, a dream. Like, you know what? I want to be like him. I want to go to finish my bachelor's. I want to be that crime-solving person. That'd be pretty cool. But when you get more uneducated, they can make some very, some reaction instincts, reaction that can, create writing the wrong thing on a piece of paper, can create just lying to the public rather than to build trust, things like that. It's just very sad. Alright, so let's go next thing. Alright, so now, what else it is going on? Oh, this dude's dog's head sticking out of the window. Okay, please be careful. Alright. Disturbance of peace at a residence. That happened right off. Oh my god. Another one on a DUI on the highway. So it looks like something happened on the highway. Dangerous drugs, sales of dangerous drugs. Oh my god, that happened on May 6th on El Tustin. El Camino, I think. I'm guessing when they say El, it's most likely in El Caminos where all the nice restaurants are. It's just very scary, man. I can't believe it. There's all these things that's happening every second. Like, the first thing to know is, like, are these people residents of the same city? Like, if the crime is happening here, are they the residents here? Like, do you live here? Like, if you do, like, come on, like, isn't this like your hometown? And is there something that can be done to get you to that next level of decision of how to not do these things, like, what is it that can be done? Like, for example, there's a path that can be chosen to get nearly the same amount of money that you're stealing for, that another person worked hard for. It's not really cool. uh, and then the sales of things, these bad things, it's not really cool at all. I mean, especially within the area where there's children. You gotta understand, I'm sure the people that are selling also have children, so that's why people are gonna get upset, because they don't want it around their children. If you want to sell that stuff, go sell it somewhere else where there's no children. This city is trying to have children. Like, we're trying to like build families, and when this thing keeps coming around, it's gonna be hard to build a family. Especially when the family, they walk to school and then they don't know what's gonna happen, and then you see one of these incidents that happened. It's been happening mostly at apartments. One's at a hospital. One's at a attached garage attached. Streets and alley. I mean, it's just very sad. Are you trying to drive slow? I'll drive slow too. It's no problem. Let's go with the flow. Go with the flow. Alright. That's pretty much what's been happening. The data that I've been talked about, there's actually 4 more pages after that. I'm just sadly to talk about it because just too many things that's been happening. And I believe it's about the coverage. So the coverage is when, I'm sorry, but the city is pretty. It's not as big. It's just a big L. Just a big L, upside down T, whatever you want to call it. Coverage can be easy. You're talking about 5 to 10 miles square, mile out. 5 to 10, no, that's too far. Got to be about 1 to 3 miles of coverage, just at least for the first year, to let these bad people know not to do it. We're here to stop you, and please don't do it here. I'm trying to have family here. There's other cities that can be done, and if you do that harshly for the first year, 1 to 3 square miles coverage, then you could do 3 to 5, and then 5 to 9, 9 to 15, and so on. 15, that's like the whole city. One cover guy, one guy cover the whole city. One girl, one guy, one partner, one whatever. Like 2 people, 1 people, 1 person, 2 person, everything. All right. So long story short, that's the thing that's been missing, and that's what's going to report in Tustin. It is what it is. Is it going to get better? We don't know. Is this data going to be released soon? For June's data, it'll be released next month. So in July, we're talking about June. June, we're talking about May. May, we were talking about April. If you notice, all the data we discussed, it's basically, it is what it is. Okay, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Take care.